Well, I'm on the way to the GPAA Golden Treasure Show up in Lancaster. I'm going to have to make a real brief appearance. I'm trying to get there in time for a class at seminar at 2 o'clock about prospecting in the desert. That's the main thing I'm interested in.
If I could have your attention, please. If anybody has one of the tickets to the hands-on prospecting experience, you must get back there now to make sure the class is starting fairly shortly. We want to make sure you get in there. The last class that's coming up here at 3 o'clock. There are only a few spaces left. If you want to get into that last class and have an extra opportunity to win during the raffle prize session and that Alaska expedition, the back side of the building, where the Route 66 is, or the raffle prizes, you can purchase $50 or $100 increments and gain access to the hands-on prospecting experience where you will get guaranteed gold.
If you run it slow like this, all that heavier, there's some really fine gold in that. But there's some heavy gold.
So again, if you have one of those hands-on prospecting experience tickets, go back and get your bucket. That class will be starting shortly. If you want to take advantage of that last class that's coming up here at 3 o'clock, get free admittance by spending $50 in raffle tickets at the Route 66 raffle table. They will get you free entry. And that means guaranteed gold plus chances to win all of those raffle prizes.
Now the styrate, you put about a tablespoon every 30 to 45 seconds in your 30-minute classified material. Red classified
and I come out here to do my demonstrations, and basically while I'm going around, you know, I'm driving around, I'm signing up shops and you know, selling retail and putting money in my pocket. Yeah, it is.
Session of the hands-on prospecting experience.
Next to it is your son. Lifetime guarantee. Lifetime guarantee. Yeah, you know, patents are strange. They can change 10 little things on a patent and take it from you. 10%. Exactly. And they want almost $8 grand by the time you're done. And Keen's already working with vibration right now, but they're going to use gas with their vibration. I'm strictly vibration. It's static electricity, and it works great. I'm not going to change anything. Not at 98% gold recovery.
So do you have time to go out and do any prospecting, or are you too busy building these?
I'm ready to hire someone in my shop to take my spot because I love my metal detecting. I love.
What was mine?
I can't give you any idea. Yeah, the mining that bad. The next training on it, I believe, is on the 3rd.
We got the G4 separator, we got our gold buried, we got our vortexes going. The only thing we can do to screw this up is if we got a dry mat. If we don't pre-wet the mat, each one of those pockets is going to hold a dome of air, a dome of surface tension. Nothing can go in there, not even your gold. So when we get started, what we have to do, we have to
I just bought them and they didn't have a hard case
make your heart out of synthetics, 3D print, take it, everything that's air will be honeycombed in the printer. So we take your heart and dissolve it in a liquid. That's the heart pressure.
This is 479. One liner is another 275.
Thank you. And you are Mike. I'm the inventor. I'm Mike as well. Good deal. You'll remember that. Where are you from? Originally from Michigan, but we've been in Oklahoma the last 20 years.
Tell me where I grew up in.
We're in Midwest City. Just on the border of Macomb Park. Cushing. Oh, Cushing, yeah. Right.
Okay, so Mike from Midwest City.
Hello everybody, my name is Bill Southern, as Kevin said.
I
run a company by the name of Nugget Shooter, and I also run the Nugget Shooter Forum. Forums actually one of the best tools you can have for a lot of different things. Number one, for finding what kind of detector to use. I heard that question asked to Kevin a little while ago. What detector should I get? Well, back in the old days, we had to go to a dealer. Okay? The dealer wants you to have the most expensive detector he's got in the store. Okay, that's what he wants you to buy, and that's what you ask a dealer, that's what you're gonna get told. First thing on 3/4 of their mind is, if I sell in this one I make 500, if I sell in this one I make 100. So you're gonna sell in the one that make 500, whether it's the right detector for you or not. All right? The tool of the forums offer you is you can go on there and see what people are finding gold with now. The guys that are finding the most gold, what they're doing. Okay, and it also gives you the ability to bypass the dealer and actually find out what machine might fit you better. And if you're not sure, you can ask on there, and nobody's going to barbecue you or drag you through the stones and embarrass you. They're going to give you a good, honest answer and tell you what you know. And there's several forums out there. I run Nugget Shooters, as I said. Rob Allison has a great forum. Fine Mall, there's several of them out there you can go to. Chris Colson has one. All have good people on them. It's a good place to work. Educate yourself. That's the main thing I tell people. A lot of people think if you go out and find the most expensive detector out there, you're going to find gold automatically. Well, if it was that easy, I'd just let it come knock on my door. You know, and it worked very well for me. Take this, and this is called the geological map. Okay? All the different rock formations are in color. It's kind of hard to see on this, but these are also available online. Everything's in color. Right? If you take this map and overlay it on this map, and look where all those dots where the gold's been found is, you can start looking at the different colors on this map. To see where the gold's been found on this map, you can take those same colors and look around on your map and find areas that maybe don't show gold's been found there. But the rock formations, the mineralization, it may be metamorphic, where it's the material that gold is found in is going to match up. You go to those spots. And there's been no gold recorded there. I could record some gold from those spots because I found it. And I'm willing to go to those spots and look. And by simply overlaying these two maps, you can skip 10 years of geology. You just look at colors on a map. Learn which ones are metamorphic, learn which ones are volcanic. Learn which ones are sedimentary and why the gold was produced there. And follow these two maps, work them together, and you can even get a program online where you can actually overlay these maps and make a nice blow up for yourself and be able to do amazing things that other people aren't doing. And it's back to educating yourself. You can't just buy a detector or something and expect us to find gold first place. I've had people come in my shop and want a detector, and they think, I mean, from reading the books in here or reading online, they think they can just grab a detector and go anywhere in Arizona and hunt. They don't understand that there's only certain zones in this state where they actually have a good chance of finding gold. You go up there up in the Coconino counties and up above, Navajo County and up there, you go up there, you can detect it through your blue and face and everything. Unless somebody buried it there from the stage robbery. Because it's just not right. None of the material, none of the proper metamorphic rocks, none of the proper volcanism, none of the proper things happen to make that gold form. That's all sedimentary. Okay. Follow the footsteps of those that went before. We're back to follow the drywashers. Okay. I have followed dry washing piles for years. I will actually go to new areas and I will get up on mountainsides with binoculars. Look. Just look along washes, look along in the lower flats, and look for areas that have been disturbed. There's more than one way to find those areas. Vegetation can tell you an area was disturbed years and years ago. Certain types of vegetation will grow places that have been disturbed in the desert. They won't grow those. One of them is the trumpet plant. It really likes disturbed soil, highly mineralized disturbed soil. If it's been turned over and over. Another one is called a salt bush. All right, the salt bush is one most people don't know about. It's just a little scrubbly little bush about this tall that grows in disturbed vegetation, disturbed ground. And it will tell you that ground's been bothered. A lot of times, the ground's been bothered out in the middle of the desert because somebody was out there hunting gold in the past. And those are areas that get it. It's successful. They're simply doing it. And this ground here is Dutch Henry. All right, this is in an area called the Dutch Henry Cross. Over by Sloan. It's one of my favorite areas. You know, if you look at that area, why would you want to live there? All right, well, if you just go over a little bit over the hill, you can see these things. Everybody know what that is? Those are drywash holes, absolutely. All right? And a lot of times you walk through the desert, you'll see this stuff, and 9 out of 10 people don't even know it. Okay? Most of this work was probably done 40, 50 years ago or more. These are the header piles. Okay, and most of the pine piles are already gone. You can judge the age of desert plasters and when they were worked by if that pine pile's this tall, and gone. The header piles will stay for a long time. Those pines will stay for standard 10, 15 years. Flat now. I look for these type of areas simply because they were doing that much work for a darn good reason, and there's a lot of gold there when they were there. All right? Well, those guys couldn't get every bit of gold with a pick and shovel. They worked the richest areas and they left. Right? All these areas they did were up on the benches and up in the top area up there. They knew there was gold there. There just wasn't enough gold for them to go out there with a pick and shovel, remove all that dirt with their dry washer, and try to do it. All of us have been over this stuff with all these detectors, hammered these areas. You can't find any more gold there. A fellow by the name of Mitchell, this group of us right now in the orange shirt, right over here. Okay. He has a determination to go out there, dig trash all day, move real slow. Might find it, might not. He got into an area that's been hammered and hammered and hammered. We've been hunting for so many years, it's pathetic. I don't think he'll let me pass it around. That's a nugget. How many ounces are in this, Mitchell? 8 ounces of gold. All right? Gold coins. This nugget was found where there aren't any nuggets. Okay? It's below a placer up by that cavity. Right? Down that low, nobody would expect ever to find something like this. There have been a couple others found there in the past. He's found 2. The first nugget he ever found was over an ounce when he was hunting meteorites. And it's he went back to that same area. This is an area, remember Kevin's story about the experts and going, yeah, I'm an expert. Us experts didn't hunt out there. We hunted up farther. We left spots with no gold guys like Mitchell. He's new, let him go hunt that area. He's not going to find anything. Well, Mitchell found some. All right? And I wasn't aware of the exact area until he told me not too long ago. I was actually pretty surprised. Because those washes and stuff have been gone over and over and over. And I don't think they weren't deep, were they? One was a Sunbaker, and how deep was that one? 6 inches. 6 inches. Yeah. Okay, another big one. This is no more than 4 years ago. A friend of mine, Jim, out of San Domingo. Read the history on San Domingo in any book. There's never been a nugget bigger than 4 ounces recorded in San Domingo. I know several bigger. Okay, I know one that's 2.27 pounds. Jim was getting ready to go back to Colorado. He hadn't caught any gold for about a month. He wanted to find a spot to go. So I gave him some quick directions up by the White Cloud. I said, go up here, go that way, take a left. And they're quick directions, so he went up there, went that way, took a right. We know up this little wash, and he hit a waterfall. Couldn't go any farther. So he's coming back. He just happened to look to his left by a little bench, and there was a bunch of cans there. By an old campfire. They're all solder dot cans. Now, solder dot cans, they quit making in, 1921 or 22, when they figured out they were poisoning people with the lead on tin cans. So Jim figured out, what the heck, I'll go ahead and hunt up this wash. We walked around a little corner. There's one of those hidden washes that come down in. There's trees all in it, so you can't really see the wash right there. We went around the corner, 10 clouds on the side of the wash. All the dry washers, right? Okay, so Jim goes up this wash. There's tin, big hunk of tin, and eroded into the wash. It was horrible. He went up above another little waterfall. He started walking along, and he got a tin can saying, don't figure it was one of those solder dot cans in the wash. So he went down to kick it out of the way and hurt his foot. He looked down, and his foot had uncovered just a little bit of gold. Okay, well, there's a little pile right there. He reached down, he started to grab it, and it stuck. He said he about had a heart attack. He sat down, lit a cigar. He'd take a few big puffs off his cigar, and he goes,
Oh, let's get to the cashier.
cigar a little bit more. He'd brush a little more dirt off. He'd sit there and look at it. He finally had to take his pick and pry it. It was stuck down in the salt bedrock in that wash. Pried out, 2.27 pounds, about that big. There's pictures of it. He come over to my house, shaking, visibly shook up. He was staying in my trailer court, you know. So you come to my house after dark, shaking with something in your hand. Something bad happened at the trailer court, right? He's holding this thing out. It's in a. He's got one of them the Crown Royal blue bag. So I couldn't see what it was. He was take it. I said, "You didn't." I said, "Yeah, I did. Take it. You didn't. Take it. Hey." So he put it in my hand. You're never ready for something that size to weigh that much. He put it in my hand. I'm like this. I opened that bag and I was just so happy for him, and I was so jealous, and I just wanted to kill him. I wanted to now get my plaster gold out there.
Stone you want to look for. So he's got the ironstone, which is it really causes you trouble when you're trying to metal detect. It's a hot rock. You've got that. You've got the green stone or the serpentine, and then the quartz. So if you find all three of those together, you're probably on an area where there may be gold. Not necessarily, but if it's in an area where those three, when they come together, you usually find gold, then that's what you'll find. Let's see. Of course, I don't have one of them here. The other thing that comes together out in these deserts is the trumpet plant. I think I mentioned this before. You find what they call the trumpet plant, and you find these other stones there. That trumpet plant grows where there's a lot of mineralization, and normally it'll grow where people have dug before and kicked up the minerals. So you may be on a spot that maybe the old timers, like 100 years ago, 50 years ago, who knows, dug and found gold, but they didn't get all of it normally. They didn't have the capabilities, so that could be a good spot if you see those trumpet plants there. That's the reason they're there. Here's how you clean up this sluice on the Mad Mining. Of course, you got to lift that up. Take out your expanded metal. And normally there's nothing on that, but I always dip it in just in case. There's one bee around here that wants to get me. Okay, now you pull out your mat, your carpet. And you want to wash that out real good, which I'll do that in a minute. But anyway, you take that out. Now, in this particular sluice, if you notice up there, there's usually some stuff trapped at the top. So sometimes you'll have a bigger piece that's stuck up there, and the smaller stuff will be in the carpet. Sometimes there's nothing up there. So the way to find out what we do, hopefully we won't lose any because this doesn't quite fit exactly, but I think do okay. Put that over there. Alright, let's see what we got out of this pan. I just cleaned it. Oh, wait a minute here. What do we have? Hey, there's a nice chunk of gold. That's about nugget size. That's a good color too. I like that. Get out here in the sun more. Where'd it go? Alright. I think that's gold. It's usually not that big. So, yeah, that is a nice piece of gold. Okay. Now let's see what else we have. I doubt there's another one of those. Oh, there's another nice piece. Smaller, you know, obviously, but there's some more. So this pan is from that random spot I did right next to the east corner post on the Red Dog. Just dug down 12-14 inches. So and I did about 3/4 of a bucket, and most of it, of course, almost all of it would have been overburdened. So let me see if there's anything at all in there. I see some little, real small flakes. Oh, there's a couple pieces, 2 or 3. Here's some more. It's all, there's another. It's all small, but some are actually flake size. So that gives me a clue that there's probably just gold just about everywhere you check on that claim. Alright. Let's go through a pan from my regular spot and get an idea of what typically is in a 5-gallon bucket from the Red Dog. Some buckets, oh, there's some nice pieces there. Some more coming up, some fine stuff. A little bit more. Some more. So that's pretty typical. There's some real small stuff. I don't think you can see it on the camera. But that's about it. You don't find a gigantic amount. But every bucket, there's some, and sometimes there's a bigger one, like where'd it go here? Buried. Try to do this with one hand and hold the camera. I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, nice piece there. So then every once in a while you get a nice picker like that. I was doing my cleanup here with the Mad Mining highbanker recirculator. I was just sitting there thinking it'd be nice if I had that blue bowl that I ordered so I could do run all my black sands and see how that works, and also the material I have from hard rock mining. And all of a sudden the UPS honks, and here it is from Pioneer Mining. It's actually it's from the guy that invented the blue bowl. Okay, it gave me a lot of I've got some different bonuses they threw in, different classifiers. There's the blue bowl, obviously, and let's see. Alright, they gave me a gold pan also. Pioneer Mining Supplies. Okay, all the parts to it. Bowl. In Auburn, California. That's where I was a few days ago. Okay, looks great. We'll have to deal with that later. Well, I still have about 5 buckets to run, but day's about over, so I'm probably going to go in the afternoon to a little bit of the gold show in Lancaster if I get the opportunity. There's a talk at 2 o'clock about prospecting in the desert that I'd like to hear. So that is what I'm going to do. These are my wife's guppies here. Just feeding them, keeping them happy. All this stuff on the ground here looks like gravel, white gravel. That's all from gem mine tailings that I've gone through. There's a pile of it there. Then I've got buckets of it too. So, gone through a lot. This is a painting my wife's doing. She's an artist, so she does a lot of paintings. There's another one she's been working on. I got this set up here from the GPAA show I went to in Lancaster, and it's the La Trappe, which I already have a La Trappe under here, but this one's set up with this frame, this big pump, and then it has a header box that fits on here. I think that's, there it is, under there. What that's going to do, I'm going to I feel it'll be an upgrade. Stick that, take this part, this whole sluice part off of this, the Mad Mining, put that on. That's the way the guy had it set up at the show. Because I like the way the La Trappe catches the dirt and the black sands and all that. You can see the gold really easily. So I didn't realize though I'm not very mechanical. I was a journeyman painter for like 30 years, so I'm good at that. But as far as anything mechanical, I usually mess it up. But I have to drill holes and all that for the screws to hook up the header box and so forth. So hopefully I don't mess it up, but I'll have to do that as soon as I have the opportunity. So that's that'll be something in the near future to see if it's upgrades on this.